Hey YouTube, Jessie with Choctaw Clover here. I know it's been a while since I've posted a video on here, so I thought I'd just make kind of a quick one. I'm making just a simple pair of beaded fringe earrings. I've made this one here. Just making sure it's in frame there. Been a while. Haven't done this quite some time, so I've been beading a little bit here and there. It's just kind of been a weird time, and figured I'd jump back in here, make a video. I finally hit 1,000 subscribers, so that's really cool. Thank you to everybody for subscribing, for watching the videos. Thanks. So I'm just starting off with the shell bead here, kind of as the anchor bead. And then you just make like a quick little loop at the top, and that's where you're gonna put your earring hook when it's done. So make sure you don't get everything caught on your tools. So bring it in like that, and then you set it down and you count out your beads for the fringe here. And so I started off with 10 or 6, 7, 8, 10. And then six there. And then 10 there, and then you do the little, I just do 6 in the middle to kind of carry over the colors, you know, mix them up a little bit. And then 10 here, third color. And then I have these tiny little hematite heart beads. Probably can't even see them. Teeny tiny. So I put one of those at the bottom of each of the fringe pieces. And then one more of the third color. And that's the one you skip that one and go back up through the heart. And then you just run your thread all the way through all your beads on this strand, and that's how you make fringe. And so back up through. You kind of oh my gosh, everything got tangled up here. Not really tangled up, just kind of mixed up. Make sure that tail thread is clear before you tighten it up. And then you go back down through the other side, at the bottom. Make sure that the tension It's how you want it. It's not too tight, it's not too loose. You just want that fringe to kind of swing free. So I just kind of just straighten her out, make sure nothing's bunched up, and then you move on to the next one. And for this one, I reduced each of the first colors in the strand by 3, so it's not, so they kind of fall at an angle there. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And it's back to 10 for the second color. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then 10 more of your third color. Here's the hematite heart bead for the end. Oh, looks like I need to get a new bead mat out here. This one's kind of coming apart. Yeah, but that's kind of what happens is you stick the needle in over and over, it just kind of breaks down and you gotta get a new one. So again, we're bringing our thread back up through. Each of the beads on the strand to make the fringe. Again, just make sure that tail thread is clear. And then bring this back down through all 3 beads up top on that side. Make sure your thread doesn't go through any of the top beads there. And so to make your last fringe, so that one was 7, so this one is 4, the first color. And then I'm doing 6, a little middle part here. And then 10 here. Okay. And then 6. And then 10 more. And then I put the heart bead. And then you need 1 more bead for the end to keep it all in place. And then you put your needle, bring it back up through all your beads. Bring it up through the top, then you kind of down, make sure your thread is clear. Keep a hold of that tail. And then shake it out. Make sure all your beads have settled. It's not too tight because you're almost done. So that's the last fringe. So I'm going to come back up through these top beads. I'm going to make a loop 3, maybe 4 times, depending on how tight the thread feels. So I'm using 00 Nymo thread, nylon bonded thread, and these are size 11 Toho beads. And so you can go through quite a few times. Like it's pretty roomy, and that's like the smallest thread basically. So you've got plenty of clearance to reinforce your loops. And so then you bring it down, and I'm going through the longest piece of fringe because that was the first one that I did. So I'm bringing the end of the thread back to kind of the beginning to just reinforce it and strengthen it. And because you got to remember, when you are making these sorts of earrings, there are no knots. And so it's just what holds your thread in place is tension. And so you want to go through back and forth to make sure that it's just sitting, the end of the thread is sitting somewhere where it's going to be comfortable. It's not going to work its way out. And so you go back in through the end bead there. See, I came out through the heart bead, and I'm going to put the thread over that bottom seed bead and come up. And just about 3/4 of the way. And then I'm going to take the thread off the needle. And so I use a thread zap. Where is it? There it is. And it just kind of burns the end of the thread, melts it. But you could do it with a pair of scissors. Just be careful not to snip your other thread. So get rid of that end piece. And then this is the tail that we left when we started. And you want to thread that. And so since this is the beginning piece, I'm going to go back through the last fringe, which I know is the shortest one. So this can get a little tricky when all of your thread is the same length, remembering which one was first and which one was last, but just as long as you get the thread woven back in securely, it should be okay. Trying to remember to keep this all in frame. And just make sure when you pull that thread through that it's clear of any other parts of the earring so it doesn't get wrapped around, you know, hung up. So making sure it's clear. Clear your fingers too. And make sure you go through every single one, because if you miss one, then you're going to have thread sticking out and it gets real frustrating. So I've come out through the heart bead, whatever bead you have on the end, and then, or whatever bead you want to kind of end it with, and then the one that you put on the end to anchor it all in place. grab our thread zap. And there you go. So we have it about 15 minutes. So, you know, you can make a pair of earrings totally in about 30 minutes once you get the hang of it. Let me see, I'll put the hooks on, so just show you the whole process. There's 1, 2. Grab your little jewelry pliers. And you just take that loop and bend it back a little bit. Then you place the earring here. And if you have something that has a definite front and back, you're going to want to make sure that you've got the front facing the front of the hook. But these you can spin around and make sure. So there's one. And we'll do the other one. And 2. So there you go. You can see, you know, 30 minutes. If you're new, maybe it might take an hour or so. But just a simple little pair of beaded earrings. They're just fun to add when you don't want a big, heavy earring, but you want to wear a little bit of beadwork. You always want that with you. And so I find that these are good for that. Just casual wear. But thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much, like I said, for subscribing. I hit 1,000 followers. That is amazing. So grateful for you guys and for watching and for commenting. And I know I have a backlog of comments to get to. I will get to those. Just been kind of feeling stagnant a little bit, trying to get back into it. Also, you know, when you do beadwork, you want to come to it in a good way. You want to be in a positive mindset, I guess. Any negativity can really come through and affect your work. And so I've just kind of been cautious when approaching the work that I've been doing lately. But I feel good now and I feel into it. I want my hands to be busy. So hopefully you'll be seeing more from me soon. And again, just thank you for watching. All right. See you later. Bye.